Hi guys, and welcome to Escape with Watch Reviews. My name is Steve, and today we're going to be reviewing the San Martin SN0105G, and this is a brand new release from San Martin, and it is awesome. I'm really sorry if you guys are hearing this squeaking. I think it's just such a new strap that it wants to squeak when it rotates a little bit, so I'm going to try and minimize that as much as I can. But yeah, it's probably going to happen throughout the review. So anyway, so I purchased this watch from the San Martin official store on AliExpress with a slight reviewer discount. Even though I didn't pay full retail, I'll be reviewing it like I did, and the discount isn't going to sway my review one way or the other. The full retail price for this watch is $161 US. But I've already seen it down to, I think, $145 or something like that. And I know they're going to be on sale during the 11/11 sale, so keep an eye out for that. This watch is offered in the colorway you see here, and that's it. You can get it with the San Martin branding at the 12 o'clock position. You can get it sterile dial, and then you can also pay a little bit extra and get your own custom logo on there. The watch case is made of 316L stainless steel. It has a mineral crystal, a push-pull crown, a screw-down case back, 100 meters of claimed water resistance. It comes on a nice leather strap, and is powered by the Seiko NH35 automatic. So I saw this watch a couple weeks before it was released, I should say, and I kind of knew that I already had to have it. About that, I've been on the hunt for a cream dial watch that I can kind of wear quite a bit during the fall season. So yeah, I was pretty happy to see this one released, and you know, when it came out, I got it on day one, and they expedited the shipping for me, and here we are today. So yeah, I've been very, very happy with this watch. I've had it on wrist. It hasn't left my wrist really in a couple days now, so got enough experience with it that I kind of know what I like, what I don't like, and what you guys should know. So I say we get right into the review. Before we do a quick wrist check. Today, wearing the San Martin SN0154. This one will be coming up on the channel pretty soon as well, so keep an eye out for that one. Really, really a nice watch though. All right, let's get to the dimensions. So I'm getting 38.4 on the diameter, 11.9 thick, got 20 millimeter lug width. The lug tip to lug tip is 47.3, and on the supplied leather strap, it weighs about 63 grams. So I really like the size of this. For me, I think it's perfect. I have the Hamilton Khaki Field 38, which is pretty much the exact same size, 38 by 47-ish. And I love the way that thing wears. I love the way this thing wears. It's just really good. I like it. I think it's a size that's going to fit most wrists, and I think it kind of adds to that vintage feel of the watch. It's really nicely done. Very good size. You can see here you've got some nice turn down to the lugs as well. And I mean, it wears really good. So I'm going to go outside right now and throw it on my wrist for you. Yeah, here it is on my 7.5 inch wrist. And as you can see, I mean, it just wears great. Got really nice turn down to those lugs right at the tips. I mean, the case profile on this thing is really nice and slim, especially for an NH35. And I think it just looks really, really good. The ducks agree. And yeah, I mean, lots of light play off of the crystal, lots of light play off the bezel, and that crown is just massive. It looks so good. But yeah, I think the stock strap, as you can see here, I'm right in the middle for my 7.5, so should fit lots of wrist sizes. And popping out in some direct sunlight here, looking really good still. No issues reading this thing. I mean, it just super legible. AR coating on the crystal is really good. Yeah, it's all about legibility with this thing. It looks great. It looks really, really good. You can kind of see the blue on the hands there. Looking really, really good. All right, let's go throw this on a bunch of straps and we'll get back to it. And here we are on a suede strap. This is listed down below. This is the camel color if you're curious. But yeah, I think that looks excellent. This is what I've been wearing it on mostly, and I think that looks really good. What do you guys think? I got some more though. Here we are on a blue vintage leather. This is listed down below. I think that looks pretty good. It kind of brings out the blue of the hands, and I think the cream dial looks really good with the blue strap and the cream stitching. I think that looks nice. What do you guys think? On a Riche strap, this is a green canvas one. I think it looks pretty good. Kind of has a vintage military vibe to it. Yeah, the green and the cream I think is always a winning combo. I think they do look really good together. Here we are on a Milanese mesh. Not sure how I'm feeling about that one. Doesn't look bad. I think the bezel gives it enough sparkle that the bracelet doesn't look out of place, but not my favorite. Here we are on a tan color Perlon strap. These are listed down below, and I actually really like that. Wasn't sure I was going to, but that actually looks really good. Here's the down the wrist shot with one layer underneath the watch there. I think that looks really good. What do you guys think? Yeah, that actually, yeah, I like that. I dig it. And lastly, here we are on a brown ribbed nylon strap. 2 layers underneath the watch there, and I still think that wears pretty good. Very comfortable. I think it looks good. The brown and the cream always screams kind of like a autumn fall season. So, and that's kind of what I wanted this watch for, is something I could daily wear. Almost go anywhere, do anything type of watch with a cream dial. And I think that looks just great. Looks really good. What do you guys think? All right, let's go inside. Let's get back to this review. All right, so let's talk about the case finishing. So the case finishing on this is really nicely done. It's unusual though. You can see here you have a brushing on the tops of the lugs. It's not a circular brushing. It's actually just a straight, like horizontal brushing. I don't think I've ever seen that on a watch yet. So unusual for sure, but really nicely done as per usual from St. Martin. Very happy with that. The bezel on this thing is fully polished, as you can see there, and kind of looking at a like a cross section of it. It's a concave bezel, so it kind of, instead of bubbling out, it kind of goes up like that, and I think it looks really good. It plays with the light really nicely. The polishing is done really good, as you can see here. I see no issues with the polishing. I think it looks really good. It was a good decision to go with that type of bezel. I think it looks really good. Yeah, very happy with that. Flipping it over to the crown side here, you can see a really nice big signed crown. That thing's big. I'm gonna see what that is. It's 8.4 millimeters. So nice big signed crown, really nicely done. Lots of grip on it as well. It's just a simple push-pull crown. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But yeah, I think it's done really nicely. You can see the case shape is pretty unique here. You've got, so the bottom edge of the case here, as you can see, it kind of has a step up to the lugs, which is a good thing because the bottom of the lugs here, they're a little bit sharp. So if they were down here where the bottom of the case is, that would be sitting on your wrist. The way they have it made, it doesn't touch your wrist at all, so it's been a very comfortable case for me. I've got no issues with the comfort of this thing. I've got no issues with the finishing on it. I mean, just look at that. It's really nicely done. Very happy with it. Nice slim lugs too. Again, adding to that vintage feel. Nice turn down to them as well. Yeah, I'm really happy with the case on this thing. I think it looks really, really good. Flipping it over to the case back, you have a sterile case back, circular brushed, simple notches to get your tool into if you ever need to mess with the NH35. Circular brushing on the bottom of the case. Again, nicely done. I've got no issues with the case finishing on this. I didn't expect to have any issues with the case finishing on this. Very happy with how this thing turned out, and I think it looks really good. It's just the right amount of polish and brushed. I think it's excellent. Now let's test this Crystal 4 Sapphire. It's listed as mineral, so I don't expect it to pass for sapphire, but we'll test it just for fun. And there you go. So that is confirmed mineral crystal. So that is one way that they cut the cost of this thing a little bit. I mean, it's a beautiful piece of crystal. Blue anti-reflective coating. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Yeah, you can see it right there. Lots of blue AR coating. I don't think it looks bad at all. Really nice shape to the crystal as well. You can see there. And it gives really nice distortion on the edges. It reminds me a lot of acrylic. And I think that's just kind of the property of mineral crystal versus sapphire. Sapphire is very reflective in nature. Mineral crystal has a better natural AR, if that makes sense. It's not quite as reflective as sapphire is. And then you can kind of get some cool shapes with the crystal as well, where sapphire, you're kind of limited. So the fact that they chose mineral for this, Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think they chose the best mineral crystal they could have. It's very nicely done. Very happy with the dome. Very happy with the distortion. Very happy with the clarity. But I'm a little worried that it's going to get scratched up, and I'm going to end up replacing this with a sapphire crystal sometime in the future, and it's just not going to be as nice as this one. So that's kind of my one big complaint. Yeah, I think a sapphire crystal would have been a better choice. I would have happily paid an extra $20 for a sapphire crystal. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on it. It's a beautiful piece of crystal. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. If you're not wearing this every single day, I think it's a very good option. I definitely wouldn't wear this as a daily piece, but that's just me, because it is going to get scratched up, and there's not anything you can do about it once it's scratched. So. Yeah, I don't think it's a big negative, but it's definitely not a positive point. But it is a gorgeous piece of glass. I'll say that. Absolutely love the crystal, love the distortion, all that stuff. It looks really good. All right, let's talk about the dial on this thing. So the dial is absolutely beautiful. It's a very nice cream color dial. It looks really good. It's got this, they call it freckles. Really nicely done though. I like it. I think it looks really cool. But that's just me personally. I know that's going to be a kind of a sticking point for you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the speckle dial. Do you think it would look better without the freckles, or do you like it with them? I like it with them. That's just me. But yeah, I think it's really well done. You have a black printed minute track around the outside, really nice and clean, and then numerals all around. And it's just a really clean dial, very pilot-esque dial. And then you've kind of got these, I guess, marine style hands. Really cool, kind of a spade hand, hour hand there, really nicely sized. I think the finishing on these hands is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if they're heated blue or if they're, chemical treated blue. I definitely don't think they are painted blue. But either way, they're absolutely gorgeous. Really nicely done. Perfectly sized. Minute hand reaching right out to the minute track. Second hand, same. I just think the handset on this thing is so nice. And the blue against the cream, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love it. The San Martin logo here, this is one that we haven't seen in a while. Just a plain San Martin text. Nice and clean. It's kind of printed on this little raised, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's kind of printed on a little raised section of the dial. Yeah, I think it looks really good. It's something I noticed in the product pictures, but I don't really notice in real life. So, yeah, I think it looks really, really good, though. I'm happy. All right, so let's talk about the movement. I'm going to pop up the 10-grapher shot right here, and you can see this thing's running really, really good. Nice, strong movement, it seems. Well regulated as well. And yeah, I've been very happy with it. It is the Seiko NH35. 21,600 beats per hour, 40 hours of power reserve. It hacks, hand winds. It does everything you need it to do. It's cheap. It's reliable. Yeah, lots and lots of parts for it if you are interested in that. Really easy to replace. It's just a great movement. I've got no issues with it. The movement is operated by this 3 o'clock push-pull crown. Really simple, easy to use. You don't have to worry about threads or anything like that. So this first position is actually all the way in, and this is where you hand wind it. Nice and smooth hand winding, as you expect from the NH35. Yeah, very happy with that. Second position here, it is a ghost date position, and I can hear it clicking around back there. Third position, it does hack your movement. So, it's exactly what you expect from the NH35. It's nice and solid. Crown feels nice and solid as well. Very happy with it. The operation of the movement, nice and smooth and easy to use. Doesn't jump around or anything like that when you're pressing in the crown. Very happy with the movement. I do wish they would use the NH38. But I just think they have so many NH35s that I don't blame them. It's not that big of a deal to me to have a ghost date position. It's something that I actually have to fight to try and find. Normally, when I grab these things, I just pull it out and it pulls all the way out. So that's just me, though. I'm so used to ghost date positions that it's not a big deal that this one has one. All right, so let's talk about the strap on this thing. So the strap is actually pretty nice. It's kind of this almost a suede material, but not quite. It's not a shiny leather, which is good. But yeah, really nicely done, sealed on the sides here, as you can see. minimal stitching in a cream color, really nice and clean there. Good length as well. I'm kind of right in the middle here, and overall, I mean, it's a good strap. Not my favorite color, I would say. I think it looks pretty good on this, but it doesn't really look good on anything else. You have one floating keeper, one stationary keeper. Really nice buckle here. Really nice buckle with the San Martin logo on it. All polished, and I think it looks really good. It's a very nice, solid buckle. Very happy with that. The bottom side is nice and smooth. I've got no issues with the strap at all. Quick release pins, which is nice to see as well. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's a good strap. It's not the strap I would have chosen for this watch, but I don't think it looks bad at all, and it's not one you're going to want to throw away. Even after 2 days, it's already loosened up quite a bit. It's very comfortable. My only issue is that squeaking, which I'm sure you've been hearing throughout this review. I don't know what they could do to fix that other than to maybe make this just a little bit less than 20 millimeters. I don't know. But yeah, once it's on the wrist, you don't really hear it, so it's not a big deal. But a nice strap either way. So there you go, guys. That is the San Martin SN0105-G. Really nice new release from San Martin. I like that they're bringing these kind of vintage watches. Really cool dial on this thing. I know this is a homage watch, but it's one to a pretty obscure watch, I think. I didn't even know about the original until someone mentioned it, but I really do like the look of this thing. I love the cream dial. I love the blued hands. I mean, the blued hands are just so nice. So nice. Speckle dial is really cool. Nice, simple San Martin logo there. The case is awesome. Reliable movement. Yeah, there's not much to complain about here. That mineral crystal is probably my biggest complaint. But even then, it's a really good mineral crystal. I just wish it was sapphire, that's all. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Do you like this this layout for a watch? Not talking about the physical layout, but this kind of lower cost San Martin. You're getting the finishing and the straps and the movements of a San Martin at a price, right around $150 on sale. It's pretty compelling, I think. I had the SN033, which was also kind of the similar thing. That one actually came on the bracelet. I like this setup. I like the setup. I do wish they would kind of bump it up just a little bit and put in sapphire, but that's really, these sub $200 San Martins are, in my opinion, very, very good value. So yeah, that's kind of my thought on the process, or on this kind of this setup of a watch from San Martin. $350 for some of these watches, like this one here. It's $350. That's a lot of money for some people, and it's going to put a lot of people off. I think something like this, it's going to appeal to a lot more people, and I think San Martin should really concentrate on the sub $200 NH35 based watches. I think they're going to sell really well. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I think that's about it for the review. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.